One at a time, and we'll get the job done. Y'all know what to say. On three. 1, 2, 3.
And the home of the Jets.
Good afternoon, everybody. Only the New York Jets can find a way to ruin your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They are just that good at doing things that really piss you off. Disappointing loss, disappointing coach, very disappointing quarterback. Let's talk about all of it. And I'm in a terrible mood, just so everybody knows. What's up, Mr. Afram? How are you doing?
I'm just as terrible mood as you are. Ridiculous.
This is, you start with, you get a great effort from your defense, you get a great effort from your special teams, and you have a historically bad performance on offense where your quarterback is basically unplayable. He can't complete the basic pass, screen pass. He's holding on the ball forever, taking sacks. His game management is horrendous, only spearheaded by a head coach. His game management is just as bad. And now you wonder what we even have in Engstrand because you have the rundown is the run on first down is very predictable. The play calling is predictable. This is a bona fide mess on offense, dude. This is as bad as it gets. This is worse than the Zach Wilson offense, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no trust in this guy, but they keep him in there. I'm not going to blame Tanner yet because guys are open. Guys are getting done. Is he being forced to run more than anything else? That's a possibility. But this guy, since the Buffalo game, has been timid to do anything, to hold on. Has been timid to throw the ball quickly, holds on to the ball for the perfect pass, and it ain't happening. And basically, he's leaving his offensive line
out to dry.
Yeah.
He can't
hold on to guys for more than 4 seconds.
Well, he's doing a lot of things. He's holding on to the ball too long. When he is throwing it, it's late, and he's getting his receivers hurt. He's getting Garrett Wilson hurt now. So he's a liability everywhere. If this coach, this tough-ass coach, this hard-nosed coach, wants to hold guys accountable, how is he looking his team in the face in the locker room when they know Justin Fields is a true liability now? They can't win games with him. They lost because of him and the offense. They can't run with him. That's just a fact, dude. He is that bad right now.
You're sending the message that this player comes first and the rest of you come last.
100%.
And winning is not the priority right now. It's getting this guy to be.
But the problem I have with that. But dude, this is not their first round draft pick. This isn't their highly touted prospect. This is a reclamation project that you're hoping to get something out of, and it's not working out. What you normally do in a situation like this is you cut your losses. Like, you know what? We have to bench you at halftime because you have 2 passing yards, and we've got to try a guy in Tyrod Taylor that we can trust.
Yeah, exactly. And then Denver would have to now start playing differently because they basically know that all you have to do is just attack this guy and he'll make bad decisions or hold on to the ball. What was this? 7, 8 times sacked? I don't even know. I stopped counting.
9 sacks.
9 sacks.
It's unheard of, dude. Dude, they can't run a fundamental offense. They can't run a screen pass. They can't do play action pass. They can't throw guys open. They can't do anything with Justin Fields. The only thing he can do is run, and they don't even roll him out. Out, get him comfortable. But the thing is, too, is give him easy plays to get him in rhythm, like the Pittsburgh game, so then he can open up the offense. There is no defense scared of our offense because we don't throw the ball more than 10 yards. Yeah. They took one shot to Aaron Smith deep, and that was it.
They have no trust in him. They have no confidence in him. He has no confidence in himself.
Nope.
He needs to sit a couple of games at least.
He's damaged, dude. He's damaged.
3 or 4 games and let him sit and contemplate at this point. You need to win games to show this team. What do you tell other guys that want to come back to this team in free agency? It's for what? For what?
There's nothing. The thing is, Aaron
Glenn. Nothing
Glenn.
Attractive here.
This is the comment. This is the comment that I'm gonna make. I didn't do my video yet because I'm so pissed off.
Yeah.
This is the comment. Aaron Glenn is literally talking himself out of a job when he's asked very fair questions. Connor Hughes aced it with the questions. Fair
Absolutely.
questions that every Jet fan wanted to ask. Let's just go through his handling of the 2-minute drill before halftime. Afram, that's embarrassing, dude, the way they handle that. And their reasoning will make you want to put your foot through the TV where he's like, well, we wanted to hold on to the ball because we get it in the second half. We just didn't want them to score. What a loser mentality that is.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be aggressive in the first half because they get the ball in the second half. What kind of nonsense is that? You call 3 plays in 1 minute. On 4th and 1, even if you want to do that, Justin Fields is a great athlete. Do a Hail Mary. Go back and throw up the end zone. Maybe something good will happen. God forbid you take a shot downfield with anything.
And taking a timeout when Denver's taking timeouts to stop the clock.
Dude,
so you saved them a timeout.
Dude, the game management, and I understand he's a first-time head coach. Things are going to happen. This is basic shit. On 4th and 1, you know you're either going to go for it or you don't. I thought they should have punted. Whatever you want to do there, be decisive. Be like this. They call a timeout, and he punts anyway.
This is what happens when you have a bad quarterback.
Oh, that's a coach, dude. You need to know.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're trying to get things done, and this guy is just not doing it, and now you're losing it because you're not focusing as a coach anymore because it's freaking idiot sometimes. It's
game management is terrible,
hard.
dude. It's terrible.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. They don't.
Yeah,
Even towards the end, it's just
Fields is slow to the line. They're down to like seconds.
They look lost.
They look very lost. And
he was looking to the sideline. Tanner Anderson looking down. Aaron Glenn sitting there like, no, we're okay with it. And what makes it worse is justifying it. That's doubling down on your mistake. That's stupid. Like Aaron Glenn is a very smart man, very respected man. He has to go home or watch the tape and realize, you know what I said really looks stupid because I'm looking really incompetent right now because it makes no football sense whatsoever at all. You're getting mocked everywhere. I'm a drunk ass fan. Even I know better.
Yeah, no. This is also, I'm going to blame upper management for not having a football guy as president of this team because that's the guy who's going to question player personnel. What are you doing with this team? I could see it myself. Hey, this guy isn't doing it. Why are you starting him? You know, because Muji's not going to do it.
Nope.
You know,
no.
You need that impartial guy that says, I don't care who's here. I'm going to tell you what's right and what's going on and how I see it, and let's talk about it.
You got a first-time head coach running this stuff, and now to the point is, Justin Fields is a guy they praised, and the thing that pisses me off the most, and this is not their fault, but the reason why I know all these things, we watched it with Zach Wilson. The Jets nurtured Zach Wilson. They babied Zach Wilson. They didn't want him to get criticized. They wanted to protect him. They're protecting Justin Fields like he's this highly touted prospect. Like, oh no, we can't criticize him. Dude, he's literally the reason why you lost the game. Literally the reason.
He's not a rookie. That's the thing that gets you. He's not a rookie. He's been
own it.
That's it.
But why can't they criticize him? Why can't they say, you know what? He's scared to pull the trigger. And to say, I got to watch a tape is lame. You need to see this real time and understand, have a pulse of the team, have a pulse of the game, and pull out a struggling quarterback when you have to. It's not about egos. It's not about contracts. It's about what's best for your team.
You don't need to see tape. 45 yards passing. Guys getting
negative 10 passing yards for the game.
Yeah. Okay. Your best chance. What was your best chance? Getting 8 yards, which you haven't been able to do all game?
Yep.
Or kicking that 62-yard field goal?
And they said that they didn't feel comfortable with that because he already 58 yards.
These guys are hitting those with the new ball that they use for kicking. It fly. That's your best chance.
Yep.
That's your best chance at that point.
Yep.
Okay.
It's as bad as
you haven't gotten a first down passing. God knows. Thank God for Brees. He played his heart out trying to make plays. Even that bad snap by Myers off to the side, picked up the ball and he got 7 yards out of the thing. He's doing everything possible. You know, he's running into walls because they know they're going to run the ball and because they know this guy's not going to be able to pass. It's simple as that. And you're not hitting. You hit Reynolds twice, right? Where's the tight end? Where's Taylor?
Because the offense is predictable. They know the Jets want to run the ball. They're stacking the box. They know they're not going to go vertical with anything. Yeah. And they know Justin Fields can't complete a lot of passes. He's too inaccurate. Like, you'll take your chances taking because, like, why? Why challenge it? And he's getting Garrett Wilson killed. Yeah. Like, the easy throws after the easy ones he can't make. It's like nobody's running in space. Nobody's running open. Nobody's getting thrown open. And the play calling, we joked about it first. It's back to the Gase and Gore shit. First down running play, first down, run, third and long pass. You know he can't complete the pass, and they're not even throwing routes that are actually past the sticks. They're right at the line, a little bit less of that. They're not even getting the yak. Where's Mason Taylor? There's nothing going on here.
You go to what you think is the best option, and which is the run game, which is everyone knows that's your only option at this point.
What about Breece Hall at the backfield? Did that ever happen today?
Yeah, no. And the guy's running trying to run around because the middle's all clogged up.
Dude, this is just,
and you wasted a fantastic effort by the defense, man. They were even Clemens. They hold Clemens and he was putting an effort.
Dude, and I'll tell you what, Brownlee did more in this game than Michael Carter did the first 5 games.
Yeah.
Brownlee did more than a lot of players this week. He brought a lot of intensity, a lot of pop. Sherwood played good. Clemens, like the defense, they had their issues, but they played excellent. Special teams better. But you can't win games with an offense like this. And it's not, well, this just happened. No. You look at the Jet games, they've been playing like shit the first half of every game minus Pittsburgh. And in the second half, they pad their stats, we come back late in the games, and they throw the ball around. It's not sustainable what they're doing. And it's becoming a problem now where guys like Garrett Wilson be like, bro, what are we doing here? And you saw it, the frustration at the end of half where Garrett was screaming at Aaron Glenn, and rightfully so.
It's crazy. You had it that I thought when they had it at the 20-yard line and they actually stopped them, I thought the game was over then. I thought they were going to get first downs and then kill the clock. And the defense finally gave you the chance with a minute and 50 or 40 and a good return to the 43, and you did shit with it. Did shit with it.
It's terrible. This is as bad as it gets, dude. I'm telling you. And the reason why I'm so mad is because we've watched shitty offense now for a decade, and you're trying to find a glimmer of hope, something you hang your hat on. Like, all right, well, defense is getting better, good. But the most important thing is we need to find our franchise quarterback and make sure we can run a competent offense moving forward for the future. Now you got to say, okay, Justin Fields is definitely not the answer. No. Their handling of Justin Fields is definitely a problem. And the offensive coordinator, I'm not even sure I trust him with this guy to hand these guys, Glenn and Engstrand, a top 3 pick and say, you know what, kid, we're going to build around you. Trust us. Right now, at the 6 games, do you trust anybody in the staff? I don't.
You got to put Taylor in and see how he. If Taylor was in today, we win this game.
100%.
I
agree.
Because he'd be getting rid of that ball real quick, and we'd have been moving the ball first down, and it would have been hard for adjustments for Denver because you don't know if they're going to run or pass because they're capable to do both. With this guy, it's just like let's tee on him because he's going to make a mistake or he's going to hold on to the ball, which he did. He showed it, and at this point, he's not your quarterback for the future. Nope. It's clear as day. All right. He's been around enough in this league to understand, not be timid in the pocket. Okay. Not happy. He couldn't even run today.
Nope.
He
sat in the pocket and took sacks. He took 9 sacks.
Listen, take the hit in the salary because there's nothing you can do.
Nope.
To
act like thinking about benching him is a questionable decision. It should have happened. Like it's like Glenn's like, I can't believe you're asking that question. Asking the question, it should have happened at halftime.
Like I said, it's a fair question to ask. You're on 6, you're on 5 going into that game. You're not doing it because your offense is doing a great job. They're getting those yards when the team is just lax because they got such a big lead. You're not getting Winston because other teams tried to get them from the Giants.
No. Winston's not going to come here because he's a great mentor and backup to Jackson Dart. The Jets should have had Winston previously.
If he's not putting in Taylor, what makes you think they're going to go after a quarterback? That's another question.
There's no way that the Jets can double down on Justin Fields. You have to, like their other bad signings, they have to own their mistakes, like Cisco, all these other money they wasted everywhere else.
And now is the time. Now is the time to own the mistake and start putting other guys that would play.
Like you can make a legitimate case to move Brandon Stevens, who's actually playing better and in run support, put him at safety. He's a big hitter. Let him play there and play AZ Thomas at corner. You have Thomas, Brownlee, Sauce. And Sauce played good today too. You're trying to find interest for the future now.
Yeah. And then you'd have it if the defense continues to play like this, you put those guys in position. You got some players back. You got your kick returner back, which was good.
Yep.
And now if as long as they stay healthy, you got a formidable defense because they look good against a team that was the 5th in running
Yep.
or something to that effect. And then they couldn't run for shit against it. And now you had Jermaine back. That means you can't double team Quinnen.
Yep.
Who was in most of the game? Briggs,
Phillips,
and you had McDonald at the end.
yeah, he played great too.
Yeah, and they couldn't run the ball on them, And he would, and then they played back because your 4 guys can get up there, and he didn't. He had no one to throw to, He had no passing yards to what, to the fourth quarter or the late third quarter.
Nope.
You just wasted an effort and a half. Your defense came through when they had to.
Yep. Special teams did.
And you threw it away because you chose to.
Because he's stubborn.
Yeah. A solid move.
Yep. This is loyalty to a non-winning player is wild when you have a chance to win games. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. You can't be loyal in this game. You have to put your job as a head coach is to put the best 11 on both sides of the field.
Yep.
And if that guy is not your top guy, you take him out. There's many coaches have taken the quarterback on and say, "Hey, it's not your day. I'm putting this."
There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, it's not like Justin Fields has been a quarterback for the last 10 years here.
Exactly.
It's a trial.
It's not like he won you anything, No. There's nothing wrong for him to sit and contemplate what's going on. Maybe and admit the fact that, hey,
own it.
He's not doing a good job. It's a simple
this kind of arrogance by the coach can cost you the locker room because they're going to start turning on you. They're like, listen, Justin Fields could be a great guy, nice guy. You want to hang out with him. Perfect. If he's not winning you games, people start losing faith in him. If you keep playing him, they start losing faith in you. And that's what's going to happen here.
They had Sherwood on with Janae Coakley.
No.
And he said he made a good point. He says we practice hard, it goes well, but we're not translating it. And he didn't say it, all of us, we're not translating it into the field. And basically that was the point for the offense because defense translated it. Okay. Now the O-line, you can't hold a defensive line for that long while this guy holds the ball.
It's true.
Okay. You can't. No one can.
Especially you figure of the 9 sacks, you probably figure out 4 or 5.
They're blitzing every which way. And you can't hold it. You got to get rid of the ball quick. You got to give a quick slant. You got to make them stop blitzing because they're losing the game by short passes. Simple as that. The O-line can't hold forever. No O-line can hold forever.
Nope.
All right? Same. And when Nix was holding on to the ball because he had no one to throw to, the Jets got to him or made him throw the pass away. It's as simple as that. It's a quick game. You throw it, ping, bang, hit the guy. He's just waiting for the perfect pass where there's 3 guys all away from his prime receiver, and he's going to sit there and wait for the pass while he's having a cup of tea. It's as simple as that.
Are you saying T because they played in London?
Yeah, basically. Basically, it's just he can't make decisions. He's not making decisions. All right, guys were open. Even Connor said guys were open, and he's not hitting them. Everyone sees it. Everyone sees guys are open. So who's at fault at this way? If you're not getting the ball to the guys that are open, then whose fault is it? It's the quarterback. It's as simple as that.
Afton, thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy your Sunday, man.
It's too late for that.
Have a good day.
Take care, guys.
What's up, man?
Hey, Tyson, how you doing?
I'm pissed off, to be honest with you.
So am I. Jets show up, ruin my day in the morning. I said it should be illegal to make us play this early.
It ruins they ruin breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dude. Where do you, to me, the bulk of my blame goes to Fields and the offense, obviously, but I think Fields, to me, is becoming a liability at this point where he's unplayable. He's not your starting quarterback. He shouldn't be your starting quarterback. And it's only a matter of time for his team turns on him because he can't do the easy anymore.
For me, I agree with you. I'm looking at the coaching staff, not because I'm trusting Fields. I'm already checked out on Fields. I'm already moved on. And so now I have to look at the things that the people that I think are actually going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm being honest, at halftime, I was not one who believed, we should be moving to Tyrod, mostly because I didn't think Tyrod played well in the game he played. And if we're being honest, the Tyrod game was basically the same as all the Fields games that were good, right? We got 2 field goals early. and then we went like 3 and out on like 5 drives in a row, 6 drives in a row. We're down 3 scores in the fourth quarter. Then all of a sudden we start passing, and then we start getting yards. So to me, the one Tyrod game goes the same as basically all the Fields games except for the Steelers and Bills ones where we just get rolled over, right? And so I have to look at the coaching staff then, because even with the backup who we're clamoring for, we're supposed to be better. I mean I don't think Tyrod comes in and is going to change anything for us, to be honest. I'm just completely doom and gloom right now. But I'm looking at the coaches. I think there are some decisions in there where you can pick out the quarterback play, but like there's some decisions there where I just, it's unconscionable to me. Like when we come out in the end of the half, 3 minutes left, we come out with 6 linemen. I don't know if you noticed the first 2 plays back to back, we have 6 linemen in, and we don't even gain yards on the runs. You don't snap the ball before the 2-minute warning. You don't even get you go to the line. I don't think they had a play. Like,
I don't think they did either.
They did, like people saying like why didn't you snap it? There was no chance they were going to snap the ball.
Nope.
You don't have a play. You're just trying to draw them offside, and then you come out the 2-minute warning and you hand it off.
Yep.
If you wanted to hand it off, you could have handed it off before the 2-minute warning, so there's a natural timeout.
Yep.
There's so much about. There was one play where we sent Max Mitchell in motion.
Yep. There's
no way.
But the handling before halftime is alarming to me. That's functional game management where you're ultra conservative, you come off incompetent, and then when he tried to explain it, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we didn't want to give them the ball back. How about you try to score points? Like, they're so worried about giving the ball back when your defense is playing very good at that point than worrying about scoring points and actually know what you're doing. And then on 4th and 1, dude, it's so easy. Snap the ball, 3 seconds left. Launch it downfield and see what happens. Maybe you get a touchdown. Maybe you get a pass interference. Maybe you put a position to at least do something. To mail in all that time, you're like, yeah, we're good with that. We're good. That's insane to me, dude.
No, it's honestly been cowardly coaching. It's been cowardly offensive coaching to me the whole time. Where
I agree.
If you think a lot of people say Fields, how can you call plays when you have Fields here? But my bigger issue is the fact that if you don't trust Fields to throw the ball downfield, you should be throwing quick passes. You should be throwing screens and all this stuff. We don't do any of the things that you would naturally do if you're a team that does not trust the quarterback to play, right? If you're a team that doesn't trust your quarterback, all the things you naturally would be doing, we actually just do not do at all, and it makes no sense to me.
Well, he shouldn't be in the game. Like, the thing is, if you don't trust your quarterback, he shouldn't be on the field. That's it. You can't cut your playbook in half and be like, all right, we're going to do this because we want to play you so badly. No, you either modify your game plan completely, let him air it out, or don't play him at all. Like, you can't have him playing scared, conservative. Either let it fly and go down in flames, or don't play him. Because what you're doing right now is losing product.
And that's why, to me, the biggest question I have right now is the coaching staff. Like, you talk about don't trust the coaching staff. They're drafting a quarterback. I just accept it. I think Darren Muji is walking into the office and he's just playing this sound every day. Like he's ready. He's on the clock. I don't think they've completely punted. Like there's no. I just don't understand what's happening. They're drafting a quarterback, so there's no point to me thinking like, what can we do? You might as well just draft Mendoza, because I'll say this on the offense, we bring in Fields, and this is the same thing we had with Zach Wilson, where we're watching the games and we're saying Zach Wilson is good at throwing downfield, or at least he's willing to, and he can move. We have a far more athletic quarterback than the Broncos did.
Yep.
They must have had at least 10 plays where Bo Nix runs a little play action and he's on the run, and it's a little sprint out. And it's so, and especially if you don't trust the quarterback, because it's giving him one read or run. And we don't even, we're having Fields do play action dropbacks 10 steps back into the 5 steps back into the pocket as if he's Jared Goff and he can't move. It just makes no sense. We don't run any boots. We get demolished. I think I realize why we get demolished by play action boots, because we don't practice against it, because we clearly don't run it. The only time our defense sees a play action boot is when the other team runs it, because we've never done it before.
That's true.
It makes no sense. Even to the read option, right? Against the Steelers, we had a lot of success with the read option.
Yep.
We haven't really done that much. Actually, it's funny enough. We brought out the read option on like 3rd down and in one of those like drives. I just, the amount of times where and I'll say this, right, where we're seeing things as Jets fans. My brother, he's not a Jets fan. He doesn't watch the games much, and he sat down and watched the game today, and he said, "I don't understand what the play caller's doing."
Nope.
And I'm not out on any trend. I need to see better. I need to see far better.
Yep. Yeah, I'm disappointed, man. I'm so disappointed. It's because like the thing is, like, as bad as Field, like the handling of Fields is a legitimate problem. The handling of an offense is a legitimate problem too, where it's far too predictable, man. We're calling the plays. We know run, third and long pass. Like there's certain formations, you know what they're going to do. They're going to run. And then what we're not even talking about is like, oh, well, the offensive line's doing good. Olu quietly is not playing all that well, to the point where they had to give him help again this week, which they did last week as well. Like there's things which makes me wonder, okay, we talked all this shit about Keith Carter last year. Have we talked about Steve Heiden at all and what the offensive line is doing? Because everybody wants how great this offensive line is. It's been Membu's been great, but it's been disappointing as well, man.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's been disappointing, but I think the offensive line has been good enough to make a competent offense, which is why I'm looking at more the quarterback and the coordinator. Afram said, no confidence in the QB. I've seen many teams come out with a backup quarterback that they clearly have no confidence in, and they can move the ball more than us. Even backups who get benched move the ball more than us. Like the Bengals just traded for quarterback, and their backup was moving the ball far more than we are.
Yep. No, it's
so like
it's,
I
good.
I for me also one of the things I forgot. There was a point I was supposed to mention just now, and I had it and I just lost it. I'm sorry.
No,
what
it's good. It's like there's so many levels to this, but it's all a concern moving forward. Offense, game management, time management, how the coach is handling the players, how the coach is handling losses, the adversity. It's not a good look, man. And I'm telling you, I know that Glenn's making $12 million a year and they spent all this money on stuff. He's walking a fine line now of potentially losing the locker room by sticking with Fields. He's also walking a fine line by talking himself out of ridiculous situations where he's grossly wrong and stubborn with it. And it's not good, dude. You can't. You have there's first time coaching problems, and there's times you're making problems a lot worse than they have to be, and that's what Glenn's doing right now.
Yeah, I think my thing on Glenn is like, I mean, that's why I don't really love listening to interviews, because I think most coaches are never really honest until they're ready to actually just like drop the guy off.
Yeah, but you have to listen. It's a basic question, dude.
I'm not defending it.
That's not cool though, because listen, it's a basic fundamental question. You're a head coach with game management. You're telling us how you handled that 2-minute drill before the half. If you cannot intelligently speak to it, and that tells I have to watch the tape, you're in over your head.
I agree on that.
That's a basic answer.
On the 2-minute one, I agree. I thought you were talking about the Fields questions.
No, the 4th and 1, the 4th and 1 blow timeout. The handling of Folk with the field goal was like, dude, he's like, well, 58 was long, and there's wind, there's this and that. It's like those are coaching decisions you have to make on the fly with an educated mind and preparation. He can't do that right now. He's talking in circles.
I think Folk, he probably wouldn't have made that, and that was my one concern about when I said about bringing Folk back, is like you bring in an old kicker when you need the big leg, he's just not going to be able to bring that for you. One thing that I really dislike is the Breece Hall involvement. We know very much, right? We know that they said before, as a point of emphasis, Breece Hall in the passing game, that's where we're going to unlock Breece. And when you get him outside, put him 1-on-1 against linebackers, all of that, this is where he's going to evolve in our offense, and we're going to really attack teams. You know how many targets Breece had today?
I don't think he had
0. Not a single one. Not a design pass, not a quick play, not a check down. There's not even a single pass. And I as a coaching staff, how can you go into a game? You go most of the first half, Garrett Wilson has no targets, right? You go the whole game, Breece Hall has 0 targets. Those are your two best passing options entering the season. Not even like you're down with injuries and you're riddled with injuries and you don't know who's your guy and you need someone to step up. Those are your two guys entering the season. People expected those to be our 2 leading targets, and you don't have easy plays to get involved. And when they asked him about that last week, and he said, you don't want to disrupt the flow of the offense to force the ball in someone's hands. No, force the ball in someone's hands. You don't have a flow of offense. The offense has no flow.
It's true.
And like those, so that's what I'm saying. When I'm looking at the coaching staff, I'm looking at Engstrand and I'm looking at Glenn, and I have my question marks because I look on Fields. I can rant, I can rave. He's gone. We're drafting a quarterback. That's just what I expect. I don't know who. You better, if you say you don't trust the staff, you better hope he's one of those guys who just turns out that they weren't going to miss. You better just hope. But I'm not going to worry on Fields. I'm looking at this team. I'm watching us play, and I have to look at the coaching staff, and I have to say, what are you doing? Because we are not as bad as we're actually playing. And some of it is the players, but there's a good amount of it where there's baffling coaching decisions. Like Kurt Warner is watching the game. There was one point where he literally said he was begging us to call a screen pass or a quick pass to Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
And the fact that you're sitting there watching the other team do it to you the whole time, even if you're getting stops at times, but whenever they move the ball on us, they weren't going downfield. Their downfield passes was the ones that I thought if Cisco had eyes, he instead of coming to the receiver, he would have stayed where he was and just picked it off.
Yep.
But and this is just like Jets forever. Like this is the same old Jets moment because going back in the past, you talk about screen passes, you talk about stuff like that, where teams would do that to us to devastating effect, 100%. And then we would never run it back. Yep. And I just don't understand what our coaches are looking at and thinking, or what happens in this organization that you get in here and you stop to have a functional brain about football reasons. Like Glenn calling that thing, I didn't want to go for it on 4th and 1 there because you're up 1, you give them the ball there, that they're already in field goal range. Fine. Don't blow your time out.
Exactly. That's game management.
Take the delay of game.
But that's preparation. Has a leg. But that's preparation. That's being one step ahead. Like, okay, we called this play. If this happens, like you're ready for every scenario. That's called coaching. So, Java, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you being on the show. I don't appreciate the New York Jets.
I'm with you, dude. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? The silver lining in this was Woody's Super Bowl. And if we had won this game, there would have been zero chance of replacing this regime. Could you imagine the press conference you would have got if somehow they would have won this game 11-10?
Yeah, it's true. No, this was Super Bowl.
This is Woody's Super Bowl. This is what he cares about. If we had won this game, there'd have been zero chance. Zero. And the only person I know you want to bring in, one of these guys, give him total control. The cat's out of the bag on Woody. Woody has promised to stay out of football operations 3 different times, and he never does it. There's nobody out there that is going to take this team with Woody Johnson as the owner. And Woody ain't giving up the team. Look, he's a Nepo baby. Of all these owners, most of them made their own money. He had nothing to do with Johnson.
He's making too much money on this right now.
He's making too much money. He bought the team for $635 million. It's worth $7 billion. Yep. It's worth $7 billion. And he's done nothing. And this is a team, imagine what the team would be worth if we actually won something. And he thinks he's brilliant. This still, as bad as this team is, if whatever ranking you want to go by, it's either between the 6th and the 9th most valuable franchise in the world. Yep. And we don't even have our own stadium.
Nope.
We don't even have, there's nowhere in the United States.
But it is getting worse, though. Like now you're seeing a lot of season ticket holders are getting rid of their tickets. So right now, early on the season, the reason why the stadium is full is because they had Steelers, Cowboys, teams that travel really well. Because Jet fans aren't going anymore. They stopped going. And they're not buying merch because nobody wants to. So it's like slowly but surely it's going to come to a demise, but he's still making a crazy amount of money. So it doesn't really faze him.
The saddest thing is playing in London felt like the nearest thing to a home game than in our own stadium.
It's true. Yep.
I mean, seriously. And it's a nicer stadium than what we're playing in anyway. It's pathetic. And we also have to come to the realization, a couple realizations. A, Hall isn't the same player that he was before the injury. Nope. He's just not. Second, B, Wilson, as good as a receiver he is, once he has the ball in his hands, you hold your breath because he either trips himself up, he loses control of the ball, he loses yardage trying to gain yardage because he knows what's coming. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. And honestly, I don't think you were a big fan. Personally, I think the only coach that could come in at this point and have any chance is Rex, because he's the only one who ever had any real success. Herm made the playoffs a few times. He was the only one who knew how to handle Woody because he's a larger than life personality. And
but the thing is with Rex, and the problem I have with Rex is it didn't end well here. First of all, is would you trust Rex to rebuild this team and rebuild this offense? Like give him when you gave him Sanchez, you also had a great offensive line.
Here was the mistake with Rex and Tannenbaum that they made at the end. They should have had a press conference, and Woody should have said, I like this team. I like the direction it's made. We took our shot. It's real hard to win in this league. I trust these guys to build. They did it once. They do it again. There's a big difference for going playing 1 to 2 year contract extension, because they gave Rex that customary 2-year extension, which is only a year. Then saying like, all right, we're going to build it down. We're going to give him 3 to 5 years or whatever they would have given him in Tannenbaum, and let them rebuild then. You're going to rebuild, and you're going to structure, and you're going to coach much differently than knowing in the back of your mind, this is really just a 1-year winner, you're out. And if they would have done that, I think we would have been a lot better. Tannenbaum knew how to build a staff. Like, I can't blame Tannenbaum for bringing in somebody like Santonio Holmes. Santonio Holmes got us to the playoffs that second year. He got us there. Without him, he was good for what, 3-4 wins on his own.
Yeah.
But these players are volatile. You got a limited amount of time, and to put it all on Rex and Tannenbaum at that point was stupid.
But look at this team now, though. Now you have Aaron Glenn here, who is. They gave him big money, whatever, $12 million a year for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And the way he's handling things to me is making me very uncomfortable, because it's alarming. There's a lot of red flags, and it's like, it's a mindset. He's talking about changing culture. He's becoming a part of the problem with his excuses, his handling of Justin Fields, the handling of the offense. He's walking a fine line right now, man, because right now this team's impressionable until they figure out who he really is as a coach, and it could be a problem.
Well, yeah, he's changing the culture. He's changing it right back to Kotite.
Yep.
I mean,
exactly what it is.
We're better off with Saleh. We're better off with Ulbrich. Ulbrich did a better job than this last year. -10. I've never seen a passing performance like this. And now we're watching Sam Darnold throw bombs, like as we're
what do we do going forward now? To me, Justin Fields is very clear not the answer. It's been you missed one game. It's 5 games sampling size. He's had one good one and a lot of bad ones. And the point now, I think he's got no confidence. I think the players have no confidence in him. I think the coordinator's got no confidence in him. You have to own it and say, listen, we tried it. It was worth a shot in the dark. It didn't work. Own it now, and don't mail in the rest of the season. You can't keep trotting Justin Fields in and week out now the way he's playing. You can't. You can't say accountability and keep playing him. It's impossible.
But somehow Justin Fields didn't have a game like this with Pittsburgh. He was 4-2. You take him, he played like this with Chicago. You put him on a team with a real coaching staff. Yep. Now, I'm not saying he's the answer. He's clearly not. But it's not this.
So do you think the play calling is too difficult? Is the scheme too difficult, or not? It's not easy enough to run. Like, dude, a screen pass isn't hard to call. A quick screen isn't hard. Like a quick slant, it's not hard to call.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like they got a cursor. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. Like, I don't even feel like it was this bad under Kotite. Nope. Even 1 in 15. We lost a couple games because of bad calls, like the Washington interception. There was a fucked up spot in New England that Parcells 2.5 yards. Like, even Parcells, like, I can't believe I've ever even, like, that team was still, you knew that team with the right coach. That's why you went from 1 in 15 to 9 and 7 the next year. Look. The organization to look at, and it's out of anybody else's control. Why were the Yankees finally able to come out of that malaise and build a dynasty? Because George Steinbrenner got suspended. He could have no contact with the team. He was still the owner. He still made the money. He wasn't even allowed in the building. We need a Dave Winfield situation. Other than that, like, what are we going to do? Who's going to do the hiring? We've brought in Charlie Casserly. We brought in Spielman. We've had conglomerate experts trying to build this organization. What do you do at this point? I don't know. Like,
there's no answer.
It's a lost cause.
Well, see, the thing is now it's like what Glenn's going to hold his hat on is like, well, the defense played great, which they did. The defense was very impressive. Special teams was good. He's like, now we just got to fine tune the offense. That's not good enough for me, because it's more than the offense, dude. It's like, it's your game management, time management, handling of things too. And their loyalty to Fields, which is, I have no idea why they're doing this. Maybe because it's arrogance, because they spent the money. That was their guy. Maybe because they moved on from Aaron Rodgers. They look bad. Whatever it is. you can't continue to keep doing what you're doing. But I have more concerns about them going forward. Like the Jets offense has sucked for a decade. Like this is nothing new, but it's actually getting worse.
Here's my counter to the defense today. They played better. They didn't play great.
It's better though.
Denver played like garbage.
Yep.
But every time they needed to get a first down, when they really needed a first down and make a play, they made it at will.
Yep.
They made
they only
it
gave
will.
up what 13? How many points? I mean, they gave up a lot of points though.
No, I know that, but even still, they played the game. They did enough to win the game, and when they absolutely had to make a play, that's when they made it, and we couldn't stop them. So yeah, the defense didn't embarrass themselves. Thank you, but so what? Every time Denver had to make a play, they were able to make it. I mean, this is us now. We accept these morsels. Oh, great.
I'm not accepting anything.
No, I know that, but we're saying that how great the defense played. Denver played like garbage. They kept shooting themselves in the foot, stupid penalties, holding an offensive pass interference, holding in the end zone for the 2 points. I mean, we didn't earn those 2 points. They gave us those 2 points.
It's true.
So without those 2 points, we're losing anyway. So what are we talking about?
Nope. Listen, I'm disgusted. Like I have so many concerns now with this head coach, and I want to like him. I want to buy in, but the things he's doing now, it's like, all right, you're going beyond first-time head coach. And the one thing I'm tired of hearing about, I genuinely don't care about who he talks to during the week. I don't care if he talks to Jimmy Johnson, Tony Dungy. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Are they going to be on the sidelines with you? Are they going to be on the sidelines? Who cares who you talk to?
In Detroit, we did this. I don't care about Detroit. I care about what you're doing with the New York Jets on the sideline as your team is 0-6. That's what I care about. And it's not good enough. And it's getting worse. There's nothing. I don't know.
And another point about the coaching, you made this when we talked last week about the offensive line. Is it the coaching? Did coaching have anything to do with AVT not being able to be healthy?
Nope.
We brought in Smith from the Cowboys, who was the best offensive lineman in the last 10 years, and he looked like just the rest of them.
Yep.
How much coaching did Kevin Mawai need?
None.
Dave Zott, Jumbo Elliott,
Yep.
Jason Fabini. You bring in these guys to be on-field coaches, and we ain't getting it from anybody anymore.
Nope.
No one. So it's beyond the coaching as well. It's the entire New York Jet culture of it, and it goes right to the top.
Yep.
So
no, it's a culture thing. I talked about this last week, where it's like they're used to losing. They become complacent to it. There's not a lot of accountability. It's like, well, here we go again. And when they do show fight, the other side of the ball always lets them down. It's always it's always one side. It's never a complete team.
It's never a complete all three aspects of the game. Somebody always shoots us in the foot. And with that being said, I got to hit the dispensary. So because I got to numb this. So
yeah. It's not easy, man. This one is a tough one to swallow now, because now you're like, all right, once again, the New York Jets have a quarterback problem, a big one.
Yeah. Well, what else is new? What else is new? So, and I don't even know who's the hot college quarterback at this point.
Oh, I started watching them yesterday. I'm like, oh my God. And it's like, it's like I want to buy into a young quarterback, but I'm like, all I keep thinking is Engstrand and Glenn. I'm like, I don't have faith in them. And I'm like, to me, a part of me, as much as you want the young quarterback, a part of me you need a veteran quarterback to come in here, because this organization eats up young people.
You cannot have a rookie quarterback starting for day one.
Nope.
For the New York Jets. You cannot. They need to sit for at least 5, 6, 7 games, if not a season.
Yep.
Okay. Before and learn how to pick up the speed of the game, pick up the audibles, pick up blitzes, learn all of it. You're not getting that in this organization with a rookie quarterback. You're just not.
Have a good day, man. Excellent call,
bro. Thank you. Talk to you.
Where the hell have you been, man?
Hey, how you been, Tyson?
I've been here.
Yeah, let me just tell you, I'm fucking pissed. I am fucking infuriated. I don't understand from today, like, with 2 minute warning, first half, you get that first down on the fake punt. Okay, great. Let's be aggressive.
Yep.
Why are we taking the clock out? Why? If you want to win games, you need to be fucking aggressive. Aaron Glenn did not do that today. This loss is on him and Justin Fields today.
I agree. I completely agree.
That's plain and simple. That loss is on him and Justin Fields. I'm not even going to fully blame the offensive line, The offensive line at times, why Justin Fields is getting sacked? Oh, we got to blame our offensive line. Dude, he was holding on to the ball for 25 fucking seconds. I don't understand it.
I agree.
But if you know it's not good, throw it away. Garrett Wilson was open a bunch of times. Garrett, you're going to get him killed out there.
He did get him killed. He got him hurt. But it's two bad passes.
I just, Tyson, I'm at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words.
Listen, man, I'm trying to not get mad, trying to not get upset, trying to justify a lot of things. What we saw today was inexcusable at the quarterback position. It's like we've seen bad quarterback play for years, and this is exceeding that. Like, this is worse than Zach Wilson. This is worse than Tim Boyle. Like, think about the Trevor Siemian. Think about the quarterbacks we've watched, and it's actually worse than that. How is that even possible at this point?
I know, Tyson, I am fully on your boat. And listen, I understand Denver has a top 5 defense, okay? Yep. But we have a top rushing offense. Like, 2 minutes left to go in the game. You know, you get that first down, okay. We're on Denver's 47-46. Why don't you try running the ball instead of passing it? Bro. You know, you got a rushing offense. You know, if we're going for a pass, you know, what is it that Denver's going to put the pressure on you? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Nope.
It's understand.
It's the offense. The quarterback play was bad. The play calling is odd. They no screen passes, no quick slants. They don't stretch the field. They did it once with Aaron Smith. That was it. Their time management is horrendous. It's a comedy of errors, but they're concerning because you want something. You want to say, do we have the right guys in position to do things? And you literally wonder about it at this point. And now Justin Fields has to be benched. He should be benched at halftime. He should be benched this week. Like, don't talk about accountability. Don't tell me, well, we got to look at. No, we know what he is now. He's shown you what he is now, especially in this offense.
And you know what? I felt bad, you know, because the defense has been bad all year this year. Yep. For the first time today, I felt bad. With Jermaine Johnson back, that did boost up the defense.
And Brownlee was really good.
And Brownlee had a great game too. Brownlee forced that fumble. It was like, oh my God, we finally got a takeaway. Yep. And even the kick returner, whatever the hell his name is, had a 72-yard return.
Yep.
Had a 72-yard return. Special teams was great today. Defense was great today. We lost this game because of time management and Justin Fields. Well, period. That is how we lose. And you know what? The New York Jets are a bad fucking team. They find a way to lose. That is why we're 0-6. You know, I went to the first game of the year against Pittsburgh. I went to that first game of the year, and even though we lost, I felt really hopeful. Ever since after that, Tyson, even though we had that miracle comeback against Tampa Bay a couple of weeks ago, okay? Yep. I felt so optimistic going into this season. Look at where we're at now. They don't play a full 60-minute game. They're not even playing. 0-6.
They haven't played a good game on offense since week 1. Like they played a quarter here, a quarter there. It's not good football. It's not good complementary football. The offense is one of the worst in football, and it's not really all that close either.
Listen, did I expect the Jets to be a playoff team this year? No. But the thing is, yeah, I agree. 2020 all over again. Fucking Adam Gase years. Yeah, but it's just Tyson, I don't know what else to say. I'm
gonna tell you something. It's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're doing well, man.
I'm just at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words with this team. I mean, I don't even know what to say going forward.
Are you going to any more games this year?
Possibly, I'll be at next week's game.
You're part of the problem. You're giving money to this team.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? I fucking am.
Have a good day, man.
Goodbye.
It's good to see Steve. That's cool. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, first time caller from Europe. So one good thing, I didn't have to stay up for this atrocity.
Where are you in Europe?
Estonia. So
nice.
One of the few Jets fans out here. This was a struggle. This was a real struggle. The Broncos were desperately trying to hand us this game on a platter, and we fucked it time and time again. Justin Fields is not an NFL quarterback. He's just not. And this was so predictable because he had a very similar game against Buffalo too.
Yep. This has
Absolute
been
garbage.
he is what we thought he was. Now we're kind of all the things we worried about, holding on to the ball too long, inaccurate, all the things we worried about, we're actually now seeing.
Yeah, and it's like people are saying, "Oh, it was hindsight to say that this Jets signing Justin Fields was a bad move." Oh yeah, it was hindsight to say that blasting a sawed-off shotgun into your foot was a bad move. Like
They
fuck's
took a
sake,
chance.
dude. Like, only good thing is he didn't throw a pick, but he came pretty close to it. A couple
He
points.
didn't throw the ball. He took 9 sacks.
He took 9 sacks and had 9 completions, which is like an all-time stat line. This is probably the worst Jets quarterback performance of the last decade, 2 decades.
That's saying a lot.
Bar none. Like Tim Boyle against the Dolphins was better than this garbage.
We've seen Zach Wilson games that, Zach played some really bad games. We saw in the Luke Falk, going back to Luke Falk, a lot of these, this is there. And it's like the fact that they never even thought about benching him is mind-numbing to me.
Oh yeah. Like Tyrod Taylor, is not great either, but fuck, he would have given us a chance, I think.
I think they win with Tyrod, to be honest with you.
Because he gets the ball out.
Yep.
Like the offensive line gets a lot of stick, but they gave Justin Fields 6-7 seconds in the pocket numerous times.
Yep.
And he took a sack when he just couldn't.
Well, the thing with Tyrod, like I know everybody's saying, like, well, he's not this. The one thing with Tyrod is the defense can respect him because he actually can complete passes.
Yeah.
Right now, the defense doesn't respect Justin Fields because he knows he's erratic as hell. So like, we're not scared of the deep throw. You're not scared of a sideline. You're not scared of any throw at Justin Fields because he can't make half of them.
And the thing is, the Jets, what doesn't make it any better is the Jets don't really have any receivers either. There's Garrett and there's Mason Taylor, and that's about it. Brees Hall.
They don't use Brees out of the backfield for some reason, which is ridiculous as well.
It's completely stupid. Yeah, like
it makes no sense, man.
Like
it doesn't make any sense.
Whenever Justin Fields has faced a genuine defense in this league, like a top defense in his league, he has melted apart. Like,
but what? How much blame do you give the coordinator? Because I don't think the coordinator. See, this is the problem I have. The coordinator is like a work in progress, but I'm not sure when we know it's run, third and long pass. That's not a recipe for success. When the other team starts figuring it out, they're not rolling him out. They're not doing certain things that can give him no screen passes. Like they're not helping Fields either, unless they realize he can't throw those passes.
This was like the 2023 season, if you remember that. It was run, pass. Like
we called it. We called the plays. Frank, we called it. It was 2020's going. Frank Gore up the middle. Like we knew it was coming. It's not just put Brees Hall in there. It's the only difference.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Brees Hall, credit to him. He tried to make do with what was given to him, but this was garbage. Like this, and the Broncos defense is very good. Honestly, what were we expecting with this? Like genuinely,
like our bar is set so low. We're asking for just a competent passing game, be able to complete a sideline route. Like Garrett Wilson is literally hurt because Justin Fields can't throw an accurate football. That's why he's
hospital balls. He's throwing hospital balls.
It's crazy to me.
Like and we gave him 20 mil. Like, are you fucking joking?
But that's the question I have is are they staying loyal to him because that's the quarterback contract they gave out and they look really bad. Like he is not. You said it, he's not an NFL quarterback. He is unplayable at this point. I'm not saying a word, but it's not. You shouldn't be playing.
He'd be a backup in the CFL. I occasionally watch the CFL, and dude, like he would not start there.
This is bad.
Like
this is so bad.
This is embarrassing on a next level.
Well, it's as embarrassing as Fields is, and I'm completely over the Justin Fields experience. The head coach and his time management, game management is among. This is going back to we wanted guys fired for the shit he did today. Literally,
Garrett screamed at him on the sideline. Did you see that?
Yeah, but Garrett was right.
Yeah,
the 2 minute drive was embarrassing, and the way he justified it, like, dude, what? Like you're saying, like you wasted so many opportunities, and because they're worried about getting the ball in the second half.
Like at this point, I don't watch the press conferences anymore because it's just rage bait. Like I don't like, it's not worth watching the press conferences. Like that he's gonna say some shit that is gonna drive you up the wall. Like why watch the press conferences?
But I watch it because you get evaluated by what you do on and off the field, and when you make really dumb decisions, you get one chance to explain yourself. And Connor Hughes asked excellent questions. When you make a decision on 4th and 1 to call a timeout and then punt, which is stupid, explain. But you have a chance to explain why you did that. When you waste your 2 minute drive, explain why you did it. When you didn't kick a field goal when you could have. You have a chance to explain, and his reasoning behind it, it's like, all right, dude, you seem like you're in over your head now. You're really struggling now, and the players are going to feel that.
Oh, absolutely. And them trotting out Fields. Like if Fields is not benched next game, like
He has to be.
he has to be, because if he's not, then like this defense is going to turn on him, because this defense, credit to them, played well. Bo Nix did not play well, to be fair. The Broncos offense were desperately trying to hand this game to the Jets however they could. I mean,
Yeah, but not even the defense, dude. Like, listen, we know this pattern. When the offense sucks, the defense gets mad.
Oh yeah,
and the defense, especially when the defense finally turns it around, they don't. It's like, all right, the defensive players will get mad eventually, but they played like shit for the last 4 weeks. What's going to get mad is the Garrett Wilsons, the Mason Taylors, the guys that are like, you know what, we're getting 82 yards in a game total, or we have negative 10 passing yards. Like, I don't want to play in this offense anymore because I can't even catch a pass. Like this, we're not even a functional offense. So not only are you alienating your defense, the guys on offense are like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is terrible.
Yeah, honestly, like I kind of knew going in Justin Fields was garbage. I really wanted Jameis, to be honest with you, because I knew this team wasn't gonna. This team wasn't gonna, go to the playoffs. Like, I didn't expect playoffs. Like,
Just
our
be fun to
expectations.
watch.
Yeah, exactly. Our expectations were low, but holy shit! Like, like at what point do we start seeing bags? At Jets home games.
It's coming.
I think it's gonna start like very soon. Like, this is embarrassing to.
We're going down that path now, where the bingo cards come out, the bags come out, all that shit. And
another culture changing loss for Aaron Glenn. Like
and that's the problem. Like, the culture he's trying to change with accountability, he's not showing it by keep playing Justin Fields. That's the problem. Like you're gonna if you have like whoever you're gonna bench, whoever they bench, I don't know, whoever it is. You're benching guys, Xavier Gibson, you cut a guy for making all these bad mistakes. You literally have a liability you're putting on the field week in and week out. That is a problem. You can't say I'm going to hold Michael Clemens accountable, but not hold Justin Fields accountable. You can't do that.
I mean, shit. At this point, I'd rather give Brady Cook a try.
I don't care.
Might as well. Like, the season's lost anyway. Let's see what we have in him. Is he can he complete passes? Honestly, I think he might be more able to
complete passes. The quick passing game. It's easy.
It is, and why isn't it being called? Is Justin really that inaccurate? Probably.
Then he shouldn't be playing.
He shouldn't be, but Glenn is standing behind him, and I think Tanner's play calls are being absolutely hamstrung by having a quarterback that is not, an NFL quarterback. But
that's the progression of your questioning, though, right? So right now it's like, we know Fields sucks. So like Engstrand gets kind of a pass, like, listen, he's hamstrung because Justin Fields can't play quarterback. Then the next step is, when you change the quarterback to Tyrod or Cook or whoever it is, then you're going to see what Engstrand really is with a competent quarterback. And then now we're trying to assess as we go along. And that's the next question. Is Engstrand actually any good with a real quarterback? Because we don't have one right now.
Absolutely. And to be fair to Engstrand, like, this QB room is probably one of the weakest in the league. Like, this is, Tyrod Taylor, credit to him, veteran. He's played games, he's won games, but this is not a good QB room.
Nope.
And we're not going to trade for a QB either, because you heard what Glenn said. What kind of question is that? On benching Fields.
I'm trying to calm down and piss off again. The problem with that is, you look at the numbers, not even like watch the tape. Look at his numbers and his performance. It's one of the worst performances by a quarterback all year long. Like, to be insulted,
45 yards.
To be insulted by the question when you saw how bad the play was, it's like, what are you talking about, coach? You should say the play today was unacceptable. Hold your quarterback accountable. But they're trying to baby him publicly. Like, no, he's not the problem. It's a team problem. No, it's a quarterback problem, and becoming a head coach problem as well.
Absolutely. And one thing that is really concerning to me about Fields is, they gave him the captaincy, which is fucking stupid. But Zach Wilson was more vocal on the line, like in the pocket. That is fucking stupid. Like, Zach Wilson, and he played some terrible games for the Jets, right? Yep. Real lowlights. But at least he was trying. At least you saw that, he was giving his best out there. You don't see that Fields.
Nope.
Fields is here for the money, basically.
Well, he gets back up. He makes bad plays, head down. He's like, his body language is terrible, and that's his demeanor. He's like a quiet, calm guy. But like, at some point, dude, you've got to show some kind of emotion and show some kind of fight.
We need a jerk in this room who's tired. Who's fucking tired of losing. Who's going to lead this team. Who's going to hold the others accountable. we need a real dickhead in this room, because
We need a
without
lot
that,
of them.
yeah, really, because all these guys are so nice, so professional, whatever. We need a Cam Ward to say, being a buck 50 with you, we're ass.
Yep.
Like we need that kind of leader. Because this is not
It's not acceptable. It's
it
just
is
not.
not acceptable.
In a season that we had no expectations, and we
Absolutely zero.
basically said 5 wins, 6 wins. We're not even getting that. We're not even getting the basic fundamental offense to be excited about. All right, well, we scored 20 points, but we lost. We can't
We
even score
scored 20
14
points in the fourth quarter when we were already down 3 scores.
We had negative 10 passing yards. Like, I can't even, like, just the more you think about it, you're like, wait, what? Like, it's
9 sacks. 9.
What time is it there?
It's 9:30. So generally speaking, NFL games for the Jets, I have to stay up. 11 p.m. is like kickoff, and I've stayed up for every game this season, every goddamn game. Week 1 through week 6. Thank God this game kicked off at 4:30 p.m. for me. So I didn't have to stay up for this one. This is the only silver lining on this absolute atrocity, absolute snuff film. I have watched every goddamn game, and
That's
honestly,
brutal.
that week 1 got me excited. I was
Yep,
like, holy
everybody
shit,
did.
competitive. Like, we were actually competitive. Where has this team gone? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? And one of the funniest things about this game here is that the Jets actually didn't have that many penalties.
No, they did. It's like they did everything. They got rid of the penalties. Defense played better. Special teams played better. And the offense went to a whole nother level of suck to help them lose the game.
Nick Folk was the MVP of this game, which should tell you something.
Oh, man.
Like, the fact that we didn't go for the 62-yard field goal, that fact that we didn't trust that veteran kicker,
Where every other team would probably go for it.
every other team would kick the field goal. On 4th and 8, when this offense can't even get like 2-3 yards, honestly. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
It's
Like,
bad,
this is
man.
an indictment on Glenn. This is an indictment on Glenn. This is an indictment on this coaching staff, dude. Like, fucking, and again, 6-7 seconds in the pocket you have,
Yep.
and you're getting sacked. This offensive line did not play its best game today. I will fully recognize that, right?
But they were serviceable.
They were serviceable. They were NFL average. They were NFL average. If we had just NFL average quarterback play today, we would have won by 2 scores. Easy.
Bro,
Because
thanks for calling me. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Get some sleep.
I'll try, man.
Have a good night. Estonia. I never talked to somebody from Estonia before. Yo,
what's up, Tyson?
Fred was spitting some serious facts. That was a great call.
Word up, man.
Is that a Sean Ellis jersey?
Nah, this is Leonard Williams back in the day.
Oh,
But,
goodness.
that's my government name, so got to represent Williams. Hey, listen, man, a quick question. Like, we're all pissed off. Everybody in the chat's pissed off. I want you to calm me down. So
I can't.
I want to be,
It's impossible.
I want to be very eloquent if I could. So I'm asking for your help.
Well, the Jets are a quarterback away from being a quarterback away. Like, what do we the biggest position on the team is a huge question mark. The head coach's loyalty to that quarterback is alarming, and this offense is the worst one in football. There's no sugarcoating it.
Okay. Can I just say, like, toast up to Sherwood, toast up to Johnson returning, toast up to the defense.
Brownlee too, man. Brownlee played
and
awesome.
Brownlee, cheers to Brownlee.
And to be fair, Michael Clemens played very well today too. Michael Clemens, like, the defense got after today. They came out with an edge, some fire. They were flying around. They definitely brought something to it. Like, Stevens was a big hit. Sauce was like, they weren't challenged by Bo Nix a lot, but they did their thing. Special teams, nice returns, Folk, the punter, all of that's fine. It comes down to the offense, the head coach, and the coordinator.
And you know me, because I've said, like, throughout the years, being on the videos, like, defense wins championships, and I'm all about that. I don't know, like, we watched 5 weeks of the defense regressing, being absolute dog shit, and then we see them actually make adjustments and do something that we could actually, tip our hats to, right? Hang our hats on. Then you got just and the opposite as well. Like, the 5 weeks before, like, you're looking at Justin Fields, you're looking at Hall, you're looking at Garrett Wilson, like this motherfucker done drop how many passes today?
Yep.
It's crazy. And I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm saying like, balls were thrown behind him and this, that, and the third. But like 80 yards of offense is putrid. I'm sick of it, man. Like I said, I need you to not let me go off. But like,
well,
I'm
it's hard
trying to
because
be
it's
chill.
like they're 0-6, and you're trying to think of like, we know this year is going to suck. We all said 5 wins, 6.
Yeah.
We've expected losing. We didn't expect this type of losing, and now we're like, what are our answers going forward? And you have questions about the head coach because his game management is not good, even for a first timer. He's talking himself in circles. The offensive coordinator, we have no idea what he is because he's hamstringed by the quarterback. And then who's going to be the quarterback? Because Tyrod Taylor should be starting next week. And it like
he should have come in. He should have come in second half, right?
But even if everybody's like, well, he always gets hurt, he's old. Let's be honest. Let's just say it. He gives us the best chance to win in a shitty season. And if he gets hurt, so be it. I'd rather go down in flames, at least watching him be able to complete an 8-yard pass than watch Justin Fields take 9 sacks. That's just
seriously. Furthermore to that point, right? Why would we not die on that hill at the end where we're down 2 to kick the field goal with Nick Folk? Why? I'd rather die on that hill than go for what.
Well, the thing is, you take a shot. I think they said that 58 yards was his longest kick. That would have been
sacked, Tyson. Jesus Christ, boy.
I mean, any other team would probably go for it, but I mean, it's the thing. It's a fair point because they can't complete an 8-yard pass all game long. Why is it going to change the game on the line? Take the shot with the kick and see what happens. I mean, it's just only the Jets, man. Only the Jets have this situation.
But you know what? Like, as nice as I want to be about it, like I'm done with these fucks.
It's not easy, dude.
Why are we, you, me, everyone before, the people, the homies in the chat, why are we wasting our time on these motherfuckers that just seem to not want to get out of their own way and change? Like, why are we doing this? I'll tell you why. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to tell you why. My mom done bought me these things, right? Like years ago, right? I wear them. They got holes in them. Everybody can see. Because we're some of the most loyal fan base.
100%.
We're probably the most loyal fan base, probably the best fan base on the planet. But I can't take it anymore, Tyson. Like I'm so.
Well, it's just listen. The fact the Jets are 0-5 and they have all these fans flying out to London for the game. 0-6. Oh, Jesus Christ. 0-6. And all their fans are flying out to London to go to game. They're arranging tailgate parties. They're going to all these things, and you get no return on your investment. So, dude, I have so much Jets gear that I refuse to wear. I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to buy it. And I'm not going to games because now it's the point where we're back to the state where like you wear your Jet stuff and you either get mocked or you get, man, I feel bad for you guys, man. Like I don't want to hear about it. I don't want people like, oh, because we're that team again. We're the same old Jets that can't win, and we're the laughing stock of the NFL that now has no quarterback. I'm tired. Like it's just so to me, it's like if I'm a fan, I'm a fan. I'm not spending money on this team anymore. I'm not. I love going to games. I love going to road trips. I'd rather go to concerts. I'd rather go on vacation. I'm spending my money elsewhere now because this team, honestly, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve our support, but they're getting that. That's all they get. They're not getting any financial shit from me anymore, ever. They're not.
No, listen, I respect that. And you know what? You've very eloquently presented your position, which I really do admire. But let's be honest. We're still gonna watch.
We watch every week, but see, the thing is,
we can't stop.
No, but
we can't help. It's like we can't help ourselves.
But you also have to. What we've learned as Jet fans is we cannot reward incompetency year in and year out. And be like, we're okay with this. I'm not okay with it. You want to?
I'm not fucking okay with it.
But I'm saying
no
is
way,
like if Aaron Glenn wants to be incompetent at his job and keep playing Justin Fields, more power to you, bro. You're making $12 million a year. I'm not. But I'm not going to pay my hard-earned money to watch that shit in person. I'll sit on my couch and watch it and sit here. And when done, turn the channel. Because
let me ask you this.
We're feeding them money. I'm not giving my money. They're just not.
So let me ask you this then, because I was a big proponent of Justin Fields, which I said like a couple of episodes ago. But he is so bad. Terrible. Like the way he holds on to the ball is just asinine to me. Like the man literally had Garrett Wilson with nobody around him, and he's just. And like I said to you, like last week, like where'd this man go that like throttled Trevor Lawrence? Like where'd he go? Like I don't know. Obviously,
he can't make the easy passes anymore. The easy sideline pass is becoming difficult for him. To the fact that he's getting Garrett Wilson hurt now, he's like Justin Fields is literally a liability. Literally, he's just that bad in the passing game now.
You cannot play this quarterback. Yeah, he can run. The
Can't play him.
unemployment line is full of guys that can run. You know what I mean? Like, I can't deal with this, man. Like, I'm done with like.
We're gonna watch it, but we got to. The thing is, we can watch it. We'll always cheer for them and shit. But you got to call them out for their bullshit. You have to. You just have to say,
absolutely.
Listen, what you're like. You know, I understand first-time head coach and all this other stuff. When you're making mistakes that go well beyond being a first-time head coach, you've got to own it and talk about it. And that's what we're doing. And I always joke with my friends. I'm like, we've seen so much bad football for so long that we know all the red flags for a bad head coach. We know them all because we've seen them all. So when they repeat themselves, like, all right, put that in the box, put that in the box, put that in the box. 4th and 1 punting, 4th and 1 timeout punt, that goes in the tank. Blowing your 2-minute drill, that goes in the tank.
Why do you think, right? Like, only us as an organization, why do we keep doing the same? Why do we fulfill the definition of insanity? Why do we keep doing the same thing and especially different results? So first-time head coach, first-time head coach.
It's the owner.
Like, why couldn't we get
the problem is the owner, dude. The owner needed to own it, and he should have went out and said, listen, I'm in over my head. My team is the worst NFL franchise out there. And
Woody's over here with me. He was over here with me when
but he could be, but you say, listen, the way the Jets got out of the Kotite years was they made a monumental move and brought in Bill Parcells, which completely changed the direction of his franchise. I lived through it. I was there. That's what it is. What you had to do at that is Woody Johnson and his ineptness is say, listen, you know what? This is not going to work. First-time head coaches aren't work. You sell your soul for a Sean Payton, for a Jim Harbaugh, or for any prominent name. So listen, you want $15 million a year? No problem. You want full power? Take full power, because when I have any kind of power, I'm failing my organization. That's the kind of person that can only change his team. Aaron Glenn's not changing it. Rex Ryan's not going to change this. You need a legitimate, established head coach. Mike Vrabel could do it. Didn't get him because he wanted back to the Patriots. That's the only way you change this. Because anybody else gets eaten up and spit out, which is exactly what's happening to Aaron Glenn right now. It is.
But you know what? I'm sick of it. One thing I hate about the New York Football Giants, right, is because they're the New York Football Giants. But what I also hate about them, or what I admire about them, flip that, is that their fan base is sitting here flying planes over this shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, too. Yeah, we have in the past, but like we haven't done it recently, and it's just annoying.
Glenn's only been here 6 games. It's coming.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's
like,
coming.
listen,
This fan base is set up already.
Yeah, but look about Woody. Look at it. Look at Chris. Look at these guys. Like, you know, Salah was a Chris hire. It wasn't Woody. Woody was happy to sack him because he had no affiliation with him. My whole point is this: if we're sitting here, you and I, right now, and talking about the ownership of the franchise, and they need to let go and need to go. Get rid of themselves, and you talk about, you know, Parcells, then what are we as fans? What can we as fans what can we do to get rid of this owner? Because
he's not going to. He makes too much money, man. He makes too much money. The only thing as fans you could do is stop going to games and stop buying merch. But Woody Johnson makes so much money on the TV deals and on the stadium and all this other shit. It's just this is the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
So is the Jets' problem an ownership problem or a coaching?
It starts
problem,
there.
or both?
Well, it starts there, but then supposedly Woody Johnson has conceded any kind of power to Spielman and Muji and Aaron Glenn, saying, no, my football guys are making football decisions, which is great, but 2 of the 3 are first-timers, which is not great. If you gave that kind of power to, now Vrabel wasn't coming here, but a guy like that, you'd feel a lot better. Even like, dude, everybody hates John Gruden. I'd rather have John Gruden right now than this. Because
everybody hates John Gruden. My dad tells me, like, why didn't we hire John Gruden?
But like, it's like everybody, like you need a prominent person to come in here, get the media off their case, and say, listen, I've been there, done that. I won a Super Bowl. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What do you want?
Even like Mike, they pissed off Mike McCarthy. Even Mike McCarthy would have been the answer. Oh wait, he's only gonna win 11 games every year. Okay. Only? We can't even win 7. Like, fuck.
I'd kill for that. I'd bite your arm off.
Let's get over 500 for once.
I'd bite your right arm for that, Tyson.
I take Stefanski over this shit.
Honestly.
Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Anyway, look, have a good night. Like, London, we're here. It's shit. And
it's terrible.
Whatever.
Have a good night, man. Yo, I haven't talked to you in a while. What now, man?
Hello. I'm very tired.
Tired of losing or tired in general?
Both. But
Not
the
easy,
good news
man.
is that I have our solution.
Oh God.
Penn State just fired James Franklin.
God help. He's so bad. He is.
There
so
we
bad.
go. Big game James.
He is so bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of these calls, surprisingly, I think we've moved a little off stride here. A lot of these calls have been about Fields, and he's bad. I don't think he's the main problem. He's a problem.
Yep.
Okay, I don't even want to say that, but I just think a lot of the blame is being taken off of Glenn that I think should be there.
Yep.
And I was very high on Glenn week 1 and in the past, just like, but it was always with a caveat of if he was able to maintain that and build off of it. And he hasn't.
Nope.
The team, I think that there was a lot of people just forgetting that this is kind of like a one-game thing and just how bad the Broncos offense was. I thought in my head while I was watching this game, all you need to do to beat the Jets is score 2 touchdowns. If you get to 14 points, that's it.
It's true.
It's over. And I just like that. I don't want to. I think that the Broncos just played such a bad game on offense that it's just it makes it look like it's progress and the defense looks better. And I'll give them this: there wasn't as many penalties, but there were still a lot of penalties.
The penalties weren't the biggest problem, though. It was the bad play calling, the bad quarterback play, and the bad coaching.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. And that's why I just don't see a future with Glenn. It's just because he just doesn't know what he's doing.
Nope,
it's just, and that we were getting into the arguments earlier about like if this was worse than Kotite, and my argument is this, and the same thing applies to Gase. They didn't have the talent that Glenn has. This is what. Do you know who the number 1 receiver was in 2020 when the Jets had Gase and they got the second pick? Third pick?
I think 2020. I tried to. I could see his. Who is it? I know who it is, dude. Not Perryman. No, not Perryman.
He was second. Somehow. I don't know how. I don't even remember him. Jamison Crowder.
Jamison Crowder.
Like this. Wilson's like a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He's on pace to be, at least I'd hope so at this point. Not that this team's doing him any favors. And it's just you have these guys that are talented that they're not utilizing and they're not bringing the best out of. And that's beside, Fields we know he's not great. We know he's not a long-term answer. Nope. Well, he has shown in Chicago and in Pittsburgh that he's capable of being a 500 quarterback. Yep. He's capable of being decent. Not winning playoff games, let's not. But the fact that he looks so bad, that this system, that they can't make it work for him, is just such an indictment on the staff. And I'm not even getting to how they react with the post game. But it's just there's such a pit that I just feel when it comes to this staff that it's just we can't let off the hook. And again, it's still technically early in the season. I don't think they're going to turn it around. I mean, supposedly the schedule is going to start getting easier.
Easier? Wait. The Jets are the worst team in football. What's getting easier? Everybody's better than them.
Yeah, but they played the Steelers have a winning record, and they played the Bills and the Bucs. Like once they start playing like easier teams, they'll whatever. But that's not the point. Obviously, it's not that's not a valid argument. Nope. But you would think there would be some improvement, though.
Just nothing.
I don't know. I just don't know.
There's no answer.
I mean, our practice, as Brian says, our practices have never been better. That is the good news. The tape is being watched. Practice is excelling. I just
now the new thing is we're having great practices, but it's not translating to Sundays for some people, or to game day. Whatever, dude. Like the excuses, we've heard every excuse in the book. I don't care. Just show up and play competent football. We're not saying score 30 points a week. How about you score 17? Let's do that and act like you could pass the football. Dude, think of the numbers we're talking about. Was it negative 10 passing yards, 82 yards, 9 sacks, 9 completions? This is Zach Wilson shit all over again.
It's not.
It's just not sustainable. It's not fun. It's embarrassing. And if they don't want to bench him, you're going to lose the locker room. Period.
Oh, yeah.
You're going
I
to
mean,
lose
they
locker room.
should bench him. I don't know why. I mean, we have our reasons why we think he's not benching him, but
Yep.
yeah, it's not. That's not. The team is capable of doing more, and we know that. We know the team is capable of doing more because that was what we thought was going to happen when we hired somebody. The thought was that whoever we hired would bring more out of this team. We probably weren't going to win the Super Bowl, but that they were going to actually make improvement to build off of, like with Dan Campbell, something like that. And it's just not there. And I just don't know how you can look like, especially if we only end up winning 1 or 2 games, how you can just look at this and be like, oh, well, you know, this is fine. Like we
Nope, you
could
can't.
I trust Glenn.
You
And
can't.
I know you've been talking about a rookie quarterback. I mean, like how you can't trust them.
Nope.
I don't trust Muji. I don't trust any of these guys.
Nope. I don't trust
And
any
it's
of them.
not like a Woody Johnson. Like again, I think that there is a coach out there that can win with Woody Johnson, but I just think that like what they've shown, either like regardless of the ownership, is just not competent NFL level management.
Yep. You need big time head coaches to come in here and change it. You can't have these first guys trying to learn on the job, try to find their way, try to explain it while they're playing horribly. It's not going to work, dude.
But the thing is, though, again, like, yes, that is something to build off of and going forward to try to get a winning team. I'm not even looking for that. I take Todd Bowles at this point.
Yep.
I wouldn't say Todd Bowles is a big name stat
But you need a this is why, I mean, going back to the hiring process, we said we don't want a first-time head coach. This job will eat up a first-timer because it's just big. A lot of negativity, a lot of losing, a lot of culture issues, just a lot of problems. You need a been there, done that head coach that can say, this is what we're doing and this is why, because guess what? I've done it before. Not I was on the staff of a team that did it before. I was on the Lions. Who gives a shit? You're not Dan Campbell. I don't care about the Lions anymore. I don't care you talk to Jimmy Johnson. Don't care. You did not win a game in the NFL, and you still haven't at 6 games. That's what you are. You're a losing head coach.
Yeah, I mean, that might just be the naive Jets fan in me, but I kind of disagree with that in the sense of that. I disagree with it in the sense that I don't. Okay, here's the thing that bothers me. It's that, and like I said, it's that there's no competency. If you came in with a first-time head coach that at least stuck to what he believed in, I don't think Glenn believes in anything. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He believes in Justin Fields is what he believes in.
That's not a strategy though. Like
that's his guy.
They
literally signed him and tried to build around him as that's our guy, and we're making our offense for him. It's the worst one in football.
He doesn't call plays like it's his guy.
Nope.
They don't. And that, like, if you had a first-time head coach, I was like, if you, again, Dan Campbell example, we're an aggressive team. We go for it on 4th down. Like, oh, why did I call this play? Oh, well, here's the answer of my thought process. He doesn't have that. He just kind of does little jumps through hoops and everything to try to get around it. There's no answer there. There's no plan.
Nope.
But again, yeah, obviously an ideal perfect world is that you get an established coach or that can culture change from a coach that can bring that. But at this point, I mean, like, even just having what we work with like, oh, we're the same old Jets. What coach is going to want to come here? Like, I would expect somebody that at least that would want an NFL job that's somewhat competent. I mean, I know with the Bears head coach, whatever, and the names are too much. I know Cohen with the Jaguars. Like, again, people that just have this like commitment and this commitment to what they believe in a sense, in this drive.
Well, Cohen's also got Trevor Lawrence. I mean, but they're playing great, and it's just
okay. I know you're going through the gauntlet right now. We're an hour and 23 minutes in, so I'll wrap it up here.
Well, it's good talking to you, man. I'm good to see you. How's life going?
Okay, I'm going through the ringer at the job, but we got an off week, so they did not fly me out to London. Very upset about that. I'm an essential worker.
You should, yeah, I agree. You're definitely essential.
I don't know.
You should be in the quarterback room giving some advice. What you should be doing.
We'll see. Maybe one day.
Have a good night, man. A lot of frustrated callers. Yo.
How you doing, Tyson?
It's been a day, man. Think about it. It's 3:00. They've already ruined our day 3 hours ago.
First off, I want to commend the defense for finally showing up. I can't believe it took a few guys getting hurt to start putting the young guys in. Second, I want to apologize to not only Buzz but Ian from Jet Central. The fact that y'all even root for this team is just horrendous because what the fuck are we doing? I just want to know. There's no baseline for this team. It's just about more victories. Brownlee had an incredible first play fumble that we recovered, and what keeps on happening? They go for field goals because for some reason y'all just can't punch it in the damn end zone.
They're happy with field goals.
And the player that probably could have punched it in the end zone, he's hurt. You want to know why? Because y'all decided to put him on kick return. So I just.
But the Jets. But it seems like the Jets are far too happy kicking field goals. They call plays to kick field goals because they have no faith in their quarterback whatsoever. Like you have these opportunities where you can take a shot downfield. You do that play action pass, go vertical. They never do that. They call plays so conservative because they're scared of losing, they're scared of turnovers, and they're scared of their quarterback.
Yeah, because look, I like what Justin Fields did week 1, but ever since then, man, I kind of want to see what Tyrod or Brady Cook. I can't believe I'm saying these names, but that's
Justin Fields is not playable. You cannot let him play against a starting quarterback in their Jets. You can't because nobody believes in him. The coach, I don't know what the coach does. I don't know what he does. The coordinator and the players know he's not a winning quarterback. They know. They cannot complete a screen pass, a sideline pass, anything. And he's taking endless sacks. Come on, man. It's 5 games.
9 sacks. Do you realize that the record sacks in the game is 14? We was 5 sacks away, basically, from tying that record. Damn.
And half of the sacks were Justin Fields hold on to the ball too long.
Held on to the I could have sworn I seen you and Rome saying, or some people in the chat were saying Garrett was open, Taylor was open, somebody was open, and he's holding on to the ball. And then when I think about it, it's 50-50 both ways. It's both the player and the coach. Because when we had Tyrod in, what was the play called? Run, pass.
Well, but that right there is an Aaron Glenn problem. That's Aaron Glenn telling his coordinator, I want to run the ball. I want to be conservative. I want to do ground to pound, which is great. But if you can't run the ball and you can't throw the ball, you have a problem. Especially when the opposing defense knows. They know what you're doing. And they know your quarterback is playing with absolutely no confidence. So you take risk. You blitz. What are you scared about? You're not scared about anything. The Jets ain't taking no deep shots. They're not doing play action pass. They're doing nothing.
That 3 was it 3 minutes, 4 minutes? That 4-minute drive before the half. If I was Garrett Wilson, I would have threw my helmet on.
He's right though. Garrett Wilson's reaction was what every fan felt the same way. They mailed in a 2-minute drive, and Aaron Glenn's explanation was, "Oh, well, we didn't want them to get the ball back." What? How big of the mindset is we want to score points? We want to take advantage of this opportunity. That's a losing mindset. That's the culture. The way he talked today and explained it, taking a timeout in the 4th and 1 and punted, that shit is losing. It's a losing mindset, a losing mentality, and that's why they're 0-6.
It should be a fireable offense, but
bro, he's digging himself.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait till damn near.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, his loyalty to Justin Fields, if it continues, is going to cost him his job. It is. It's going to cost him his job because he's going to lose the locker room.
I low key think he lost the locker room after today. There's no way you can do that. We gotta stop with this low. What do you massage his back due to the fact that how loyal you are? Was you there with him in the concussion when he was out and Tyrod had to start? No, y'all wasn't loyal then because y'all should have put his ass back on the field. If you were that loyal to Justin Fields, y'all should have started him when he had the concussion. But
you can't do that though. No. But no, the thing is this: they're acting like Justin Fields was a top 3 pick. They're acting like they drafted him and invested all this capital in him. You made a free agent splash with him. You paid him decent money, but it's just not working out. You need to own it because guess what? He's not your answer short term or long term. You own the L, like you're going to own it with Cisco and all these other signs that weren't very good.
And it's incompetence because we always It's always this thing. If he came from Detroit, you would have thought he would have been aggressive enough to go on the 4th and 1, but no, he decided to kick.
No, it's dude, it's not. But the thing is, I don't give a shit about Detroit. Like Detroit doesn't matter to me. Like if I hear one more reference to Dan Campbell, he won when they won in Detroit. They won because of Dan Campbell. They didn't win because of Aaron Glenn and his coaching. He was a good defensive coordinator, but that's about it. And him talking to Jimmy Johnson, Tony Dungy doesn't make a goddamn difference right now. It's about what you do on the field, and he's not. It's just it never ends, dude.
And experience shows within itself, which is why Primetime keeps on saying, please hire. If Glenn
said that.
If Glenn is going after the season, I'd rather see forgot his name, the coach of the Raiders.
The Raiders or Ravens?
He's dealing with I forgot his name.
Who, Harbaugh?
But, I think he's suing the NFL because of what he did.
Oh, you mean John Gruden?
Yeah, Gruden.
Can't hurt, dude.
You know,
the thing is, everybody's worried about reputation and backlash, dude. At this point, the Jets tried the honorable way of doing things. They hired the reputable coordinators, the Saleh, the Bowles, the Aaron Glenn. It ain't working. If you have to hire a badass, a guy that's a little bit a wild card kind of guy, go for it. Who gives a shit? You have nothing to lose at this point other than money. It's not our money. It's Woody Johnson's. I don't care. Woody Johnson's made a shitload of money off the fans over the last 15 years with no results. Lose some more now. Lose money on it and get somebody else in here. Like legitimate though.
Quinnen, Garrett, Brees. I think Brees got to go because he's not the same.
I think he'll be on the trade deadline.
If all y'all feel y'all need to get off this team, Jets fans completely fine with it because we're so that's how bad we are. We're crazy, that much in the dumpster fire. Have a good day, Tyson.
Have a good day, man. I'll talk to you later. Yo, dude.
What's going on, Tyson?
I haven't talked to you in forever. How you been, man?
Oh man, it has been a long time, but I'm always watching, bro. Always supporting you and PT in the shadows, likes and stuff. I pop up in the comments because honestly, to do what you do, man, like they need to break you off a salary because it's been dark since 2020 since I've been rocking with you guys. I want to really, I want to say, I forgot what his name was. It might have been Random, man. I want to agree with him that this is definitely more of a Glenn thing than anything else, but I want to disagree about the talent. This team is nowhere near as talented as people like the state. We got a solid O-line with some guys there. We got a guy who's a number 1 wide receiver, and we got Quinnen who's aging on the defensive line. Let's be real about that.
28 though, he's young.
Well, he's going to be 30 soon. I mean, like realistically, like how many building blocks do we have? I mentioned a few things, but
he's the peak of his game right now. He's far from.
I'm not saying. No, exactly. I'm not saying he's the issue. I'm saying we're not as talented as people say. We're just not.
Okay, can I counter that by saying on offense, the offensive line should be better. Breece Hall, good player. Braylon Allen before injury, good player. Mason Taylor, good young promising player. Garrett Wilson, fine. Defensively, look at all the money they spent on defense, and what are you getting in return? Because
I was just getting ready to mention that. That's really what caused this entire thing.
Well, yeah,
what we did in the offseason brought us here.
Look at all the money. Brandon Stevens, Cisco, Sauce, Jamie and Sherwood. But the thing is, the defense played well today. It's like, all right, you give him a pass against the Broncos offense that wasn't that great. But there's enough money spent on this team where they're making a lot of money, dude, and they have talent. I think they're not being coached well enough to maximize their talent.
I to an extent, I'm not going to disagree with you because again, Glenn is the issue. It definitely started in the offseason with the way we spent our money. Giving Stevens $15 million was crazy. Cisco ridiculous, and then trying to sell the fan base that Josh Reynolds is a wide receiver number 2 was wild. Like
and
we really
smart, smart. Tyler Johnson.
Come on, dude. That's what I'm saying. So like, I kind of saw it at the beginning before the season started. I don't know where Glenn gets this ego from. It started with him talking crazy to Aaron Rodgers. Like, bro, you played in the league. You know he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. That boy's got rings. What have you done to be talking to that man like that? Why are you acting like you're a
touchdown just now too?
Yeah, look, speak of the devil. But I'm like, where's his ego come from, Tyson? Like you were a solid football player, but as a coach, what have you done, bro? Like,
well, the thing is, I understand where the ego comes in because you have to have that ego coming into a losing organization where you're like everybody's downtrodden, beat up and demoralized. So you got to come in with that edge. Like, listen, I'm not going to tolerate this shit, which is fine, but you have to get results. You can't talk the game and not walk the game. He's not walking the game because his accountability is being completely questioned when he keeps trotting out Justin Fields. His accountability keeps completely questioned when he's time management is horrendous. It's like he's got a losing. This is like Bowles all over again with the way he time manages. It may be even worse than Bowles, which is saying something.
No, it's definitely worse. And I feel like the problem is that I don't feel like he's being a leader of men like I expected him to at least be, because he played in the league, like you've been in huddles. So I at least expected that. And I'm not even seeing that. And then we look from a schematic standpoint, the defense, no one needs to really say anything because it's been on display for the last 5 weeks, minus today. But I think that was more Broncos, honestly, than anything
Could have
else.
been. Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, so like I'm not really gonna.
But the offense is easily one of the worst of football. It's one of the worst. Like
it's
we
the
watched
worst.
the game where they had
the worst.
But think about, like, you have 9 sacks, 9 completions, negative 10 passing yards. The shit we saw today is historically bad. Like, and I talked about it. I think it was with Pred. Think about all the bad quarterbacks we watched: Trevor Siemian, Luke Falk, Zach Wilson, all these guys. Tim Boyle. We're at that level with Justin Fields.
Hackenberg.
He didn't even play.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Bryce
I remember
Petty.
God, yeah.
Help us,
I mean,
man.
it's been I'm telling you, no. And that's why, like, that's the thing as well. Like, at least in certain seasons, Tyson, because again, I've been rocking with you and PT for a while now, since we were calling in on the phone and doing these things together. So, like,
I remember.
at least back then, brother, like, there were some things we can hang our hat on. I don't see the light at the end of this tunnel.
Nope.
Like, you can't. We can legitimately go 0-17. I don't believe that
100%.
our coach is going to be able to change this culture, you know? So like, what can I say that we have? This is easily the worst time I've had as a Jet fan. It's not even close, because at least with Kotite, I was a kid, you know, I didn't know.
Well, not me. I actually lived through that. But the thing is, think about how low our expectations were. We went in this season knowing we weren't going to win games, and we're actually worse than that. Like, we're like, it's to be worse than we thought we were going to be is saying a lot, man.
No, I agree with that. I think Fool's Gold happened week 1. A lot of people have already mentioned that. I'm not going to lie. They roped me in, bro. I got roped in after week 1 because I felt like what I saw is things that you could legitimately build on. And I haven't seen that physicality on the O-line since week 1. I haven't seen the same things I've seen since week 1. It's almost like Glenn hyped it as the Super Bowl that we got to stick it to Rodgers. And then, like, what are we doing now, bro? Like,
and all Rodgers has done is win since then. The Jets have lost since then.
Exactly. And again, like, I know you mentioned that he has to bring that edge to try and change the culture. Absolutely. But I feel like it has to be targeted. I think we can say that Rodgers wasn't the issue last year. Maybe not the solution either. Not the solution either. No doubt about that. But you can't tell me that we obviously would be in a better position with Rodgers than Fields. And I feel like Glenn went into it not even with an open mind. He was like, Rodgers is going to challenge my authority. He's not going to let me be the coach that I want to be. And I don't think that was the right way to approach it. That wasn't the best move for the team. But
I think he was trying to change the leadership in the room and be like the one voice for the team and kind of like have it my way or the highway. So I understand why I didn't. I wasn't really a fan of keeping Rodgers just because of the cap hit either. Like, I was ready to move on from him. But you have to have another plan in place. And the way he handled it, it put a premium on coaching. You bring in all the young players, fine. Look what the free agents you talked about. A lot of conservative. Okay, you want to have this conservative approach? That's fine. You better coach them up, and they're not at all on offense.
Yep. And I'm hoping he's one and done, because I don't think that I don't see that he's going to be able to be the guy to give us a 180 on what's going on. I think obviously
but here's your problem though. Well, if they even fire him, which I don't think they will, but if they do. Who is literally going to take this job when you fired Saleh midseason? You had the whole Ulbrich fiasco when they played like shit for him. Then you have the whole, whether you like him or not, the whole Aaron Rodgers departure here, which is kind of weird. And now you're firing a former player who wanted this job badly after 1 year, and in a year that you knew you weren't going to be a playoff team anyway. The reason they're going to keep him is, listen, our expectations were low this year. It's a true rebuild. We're trying to figure out what we have. They'll justify bringing him back, but he's not making his case good right now.
But realistically, Tyson, what you just said is probably what they discussed in the offseason when you look at the signings. I don't feel like they wanted to win, big dog. And if that's the case, don't sell me dog shit as a birthday cake. Like, you nailed it.
You know what is biting Aaron Glenn in the ass is people were saying this is a rebuild. We've got to do a reset here. You're losing Devontae Adams. You're losing Aaron Rodgers. You're losing all these. Okay. He's like, no. We're coming to win now. We're competing now. We're winning now. He said, now you got to say that shit, but he acted like, no. Expect us to compete week 1 and throughout the season. And of the 6 games, you'd say 4 of them have been a joke.
Yeah, by far. Like, I mean, I was watching the Cowboys game yesterday. I mean, just to get 20 points hung on us in the second quarter. Like I said, I don't want to rehash anything, but I just feel like They probably went into it saying it's going to be a rebuild. And like I said, we were just sold something completely different. The issue is that, again, if it was a rebuild, I could at least swallow that horse pill if I felt like Glenn was doing things where I could be like, this guy's going to help us in the future. I'm not seeing him as the guy. And that's why us losing it's not going to benefit us, because I don't trust this regime to do the right thing with the draft picks. I don't trust them to coach the guys up that we draft correctly. So if he's not one and done, we're going to repeat next year because I have no faith in him.
That's my biggest concern out of all this. You want to have a terrible season, win 4 games? Okay. At least hope that you have the right guys in place to make a good decision with the draft pick. And furthermore, if the quarterback had the ability to mold them, make them better. I don't have that. And again, you don't know what Angstrom is right now, but I don't have that faith, dude. The things Glenn's doing now are too concerning to be like, all right, we're in good hands. I don't think they are.
This is what happened when you hire the head coach before hiring the GM. He's not John Gruden. He's not, he's not a guy that you can say you're the head coach and now pick your guy. Like, you're a rookie head coach, bro. Like, what are we? And I'm saying, like, the whole circus started with Tannenbaum setting this whole shit up. And it's like, bro, it's just gotten way.
Was his boy. Yep.
Yeah, like, come on, man. So I don't want to take up too much of your time because I'm sure there's other callers.
Bro, this is a great call, man. It's good talking to you, man. We haven't talked in a while.
Oh, bro, it's always a pleasure. Hopefully next time I can catch you and PT at the same time. But again, keep doing your thing, Tyson.
It's just not easy, man. Have a good night.
See you, bro.
Yo, what's up, man?
Last night I got jumped for the first time in a while. I wake up at 6 a.m., turn on the game.
Oh, that's right, 6 a.m. out there.
Play the audio book.
Yep.
To keep me sane.
Yep.
And by 7 o'clock, I'm thinking, why did I wake up for this?
Dude.
Just why?
Only the New York Jets can ruin breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's not easy. And aren't you watching the Seahawks right now?
Yes.
What's the score?
20-6 Seahawks.
I saw the one pass Sam Darnold threw. It was awesome.
Yes. JSN making plays.
It never ends, Jose. It never ends.
That 2-minute drive before halftime. What the fuck was that?
It makes no sense. And the only thing worse than the 2-minute drive was the explanation of it was even worse.
Now, I gave Justin Fields a pass in Chicago because of his coaches.
Yep. Everybody did.
Nagy and
yep.
Eberflus.
Yep.
I gave him a pass last year.
Yeah, with Pittsburgh, because he played well. He played decent. Like, all right, it's not terrible.
I can't give him any more passes.
Nope.
I just can't.
No, he is what he is at this point, Jose. This isn't one bad game. This is a series of bad games. He's playing with no confidence. The offense is terrible, and he's taking sacks. Like, it's just bad. Like, he's not an NFL starting quarterback. We gave him a chance. You built an offense around him. It's not working out. Cut your ties. He has to go to bench. It's simple as that.
So, what do you do?
Bench him. Tyrod Taylor. That's it. Listen, I don't care how much money they paid him. Not my problem. It's a you problem. You banked on him. You signed him. Not me. But he's not playing well. But you got to keep the locker room, dude. They know they can't win with him. He's not a winning quarterback.
Right.
But go watch football, man. I'm going to go eat some lunch. I'm tired. Right. Good talking to you, man. Have a good night.
Love you.
We too, man. So thank you guys for joining me. This was almost a 2-hour stream somehow, post-game stream. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the game stream as well. And that's it. Another Jets embarrassment, which is just this is as bad as it gets. Go enjoy some football. Talk to you later.